Well, the final short track race of the season 19 is about to get underway here as we are here at the Brushy Mountains of North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, as we are set for 60 laps of action today in the Tyson Holly Farms 400. As we had a wild race at Martinsville, and the last half of that race, actually, I should say, was pretty wild. But anyway, points battle going into this race is basically a two-man chase for the championship between Levi McIntyre and Joshua Osborne for the championship. But both those drivers start in the back, as you'll find out they're the starting lineup here in a minute. And of course, the drivers are trying to catch McIntyre are all starting up in the front, near the front of the field. So we'll see what happens here today. And here's starting line for today's running event. On the pole, Charles Sanford, two-time winner of the season in number 41. He's in the Kodiak Chevrolet. And of course, the two wins includes the Daytona 500, and of course the win at the night race at Bristol. Beside him will be the winner at Rockingham this season. Kyle Matthews will be heading to Rockingham next on the tour for the AC Delco 400. Row 2 has car number 71, Kev Shear, and beside him will be number 5, Phil Parker. Neither drivers won a race this season, and both hope to today. So today may be the day for them. Third row will have Quentin Moore, car number 75, the Remington Arms Ford, and Cole Deaver, number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. The fourth row will have Mike Becker in car number 7, the QBC Ford, and beside him will be the winner at Watkins Glen and the last race at Martinsville, Dylan Young in number 2. Next row down, we'll have Keith Batson in car 20, Texaco Haviland 40. He comes into this race 4th in the standings coming into this event. And alongside him, Shane Lake, car number 17, the Western Road Parts America Chevrolet. Next row down, car number 6 will have 4-time winner this season, Jessica Shelton, number 94 McDonald's Ford, and car number 44, Jonathan Sorlin in the Phoenix Racing Chevrolet. Next row down has Johnny Gardner, car 16, the Family Channel Bronze Star Ford, winner this season at Pocono and the second stop at Dover. He'll be alongside Audra Baranowskis in car number 30, the Pennzoil Pontiac. Next row down, we'll have car number 87, Jack Legacy in the Burger King Chevrolet, and Dylan Poteet in car 22, the MB&A Pontiac. Next row down has William Brock in car number 4, the winner at California this season, and number 19, Jesse Turner. Next row down, we'll have car number 9, that is Ashlyn Boyd, and number 90, Jordan Lopez. Next row down, we'll have car 25, Kyle Langland, in Western Chevrolet car 25. And number 10, the Tide Ford of Ryan Acosta. Next row down has car number 18, that is Paul Minnick, 3-time winner of the season. Winner of the season at the day race at Bristol. Winner also at the Dodge Motor Dome and at Talladega, the second Talladega race. He'll be alongside number 6, the Valvoline Ford of Becca Tellier. Next row down has Glenn Duhit, number 8, and Jason Haywood in car 21. Winner of the season at the Southern 500 at Darlington. Next row down has Kat Batson, another 3-time winner of the season, the Quality Care Services Ford Credit Ford Thunderbird. And number 29, that is Zachary Fitzwater beside her. Next row down has car number 12, JT Bryant, and number 98, Max Anderson. Next row down after that will be car number 11, Patrick Smith in the Lowe's Ford. And number 23, the Coca-Cola 600 winner, Ryan George. Next row down has Nick Baxter in car 81 and car number 1, Alexander Rowe. Next row down after that will be the winner at Las Vegas this season, Al Lagacy, and Michael Whitman in car 24. Next row down has Chelsea Bowles in 77 and the 2-time winner this season, and second place in the points, Joshua Osborne sits alongside. Next row down has 5-time winner this season, Levi McIntyre, number 99, the XMRS SKF Ford, and 2-time winner this season, Joshua Collard. His wins came at Indianapolis and again at the second race at Richmond. And starting shotgun on the field will be Preston Dive Bomb City Plord in car number 15. He'll have to be doing a lot of dive bombs to get to the front here today. And of course, the question, points-wise, can Osborne, McIntyre, and Collard both move up in some of the race to try to protect their positions in the points? To try to protect their positions in the points. So the commands begin the fighting engines as it gets up for racing here today. Charles Sanford and Kyle Matthews are the front row for today's event. And they too trying to get some spots to pick up here. As Sanford comes in this race 7th in the standings, 6th in the standings, excuse me. While Kyle Matthews comes in this race 7th place in the standings. And Dylan Young is on pit road. Dylan Young actually comes down the pit road to kick this race off there as the green flag is now out. We're racing at North Wilkesboro, but Dylan Young came in the pit road right at the very first of the race, and here he is coming down pit road right now, number 2. Apparently some problems with the Miller Ford. So Dylan Young has now already gone a lap down. He's barely even completed a lap. Meantime, second place battle going on between Kev Shear and Kyle Matthews. Both these drivers have won race at North Wilkesboro before. Matthews was in the First Union 400 to race the season before. And Kev Shear won this very race back in season 15, I think. 15 or 16, something like that. And come off turn number 4 here, Matthews now drops to 3rd. Quentin Moore in car 75. He's been on a tear of late as far as top 10s are concerned. And he always seems to run well here at North Wilkesboro as well. And so are some of the other drivers behind him. Keith Batson usually does well at Wilkesboro, and so does the 94 car, Jessica Shelton, who in fact won this First Union 400 back, I think, in season 16, I think. Yellow flag is flown for the first time here today. And I don't know who the cause of the spin was. As you saw Dylan Young actually go back out on the racetrack here, and so see where the pace cars lights came on. There it is. And I think we had a log jam up. But yep, it's the number 98 of Max Anderson that spun, come off turn number 2. And Al Lagsy actually almost poked his nose in and made it 4 wide. And that is no way and you know where you can do that at Wilkesboro. And in fact, I think he did make it 4 wide off turn number 2. As Anderson squeezed Zachary Fitzwater up in the wall. And then you see right there, it spins right in front of the entire pack of cars. Plord gets through. Oh, and Collard got some damage, and so did Osborne. And Whitman piles in, and so did, in fact, McIntyre. So 3 of our top 5 in the points actually gets a piece of this crash somehow. And that's 1st, 2nd, and 4th, and 5th in the standings right there. Collard came in this race number 5 in the points, after having just getting passed by Keith Batson at Talladega. But fortunately for Matthews and but fortunately for McIntyre, Osborne, and Collard, they all continue on this race there. So first caution flag flies on lap number 5 of this event. Here's what about to get to the green flag on lap number 10. Charles Sanford leads. 2nd is Kev Shear, then Kyle Matthews, Quentin Moore, and Mike Becker, the top 5, back underway on lap number 10. Kev Shear gets moved up to the high side. It's now Kyle Matthews looks low to the inside. Matthews had a dominant first half of the race at Martinsville, the last race. It looked like he was on his way to a victory in that race. Not only did he sadly for him lose the lead, but fell prey to mechanical problems late in the going and had cost a shot at gaining some points on him, possibly getting a top 5 finish in the points chase. But he's trying to redeem himself from that. And he, by the way, carrying one of our 3 drivers carrying in-car cameras in today's event. I forgot to mention that. He, Keith Batson, and Jessica Shelton carrying in-car cameras in today's event at North Wilkesboro. as Kev Shear way up the track in the third turn. Lost the spot to Moore, Becker, and Phil Parker in the 5. And Becker almost came down on Phil Parker as I thought I heard somebody hitting the wall come off the second turn. And Patrick Smith coming down pit road in car number 11 for an unscheduled pit stop, just like we saw Dylan Young do earlier. And whoa, Keith Batson almost lost it coming off turn number 2 or turn number 4. Rear bumper came from Keith Batson's car as he watched Kev Shear and Jessica Shelton go at it. And Shear way up the track still in the number 71 car. Shelton trying to get by him. That is for the 7th position. Batson running in 6th. Now from inside Batson's car. Trying to catch Phil Parker right now, running in 5th position in number 5. And there's the in-car view from Jessica Shelton's car. As we said, Shelton usually runs very well here at North Wilkesboro before. In fact, a former Holly Farms 400 winner herself. As you saw from the rear view mirror of Shelton's car, Kev Shear trying to get back around Jessica for the number 7 spot. So Shear gets by to 7th place for Kev Shear. Shelton dropping to 8th. And now Shane Lake and Cole Deaver try to move in on her. Lake running in 9th, the best run he's had in quite a while, as a matter of fact, the number 17 car. In fact, one of the drivers who's in hot contention for Rookie of the Year this season. In fact, the one leading Rookie of the Year points is right now running in the 13th position. That's Audra Baranowskis, who's the leading contender for Rookie of the Year. And in fact, I will say this too. This is some of the best rookies we've had in the class this season, at least with Baranowskis and Shane Lake. The Legacies are still right in there for rookie contention, Rookie of the Year contention, but I don't think there'll be much of a factor as Charles Sanford continues to lead this race. Dylan Young trying to get a lap back from him if we can get a caution. And in fact, there's no lucky dogs in this kind of deal. Unfortunately, in our competition, battle for second now shaping up. Darn pace car. Battle for second shaping up right there between Kyle Matthews and Quentin Moore. I don't know what they found in the Quentin Moore car, the number 75 car, as of late, but he is running very strong these last few races. And right now running in 3rd position at the moment. As Matthews goes up and tries to get up underneath Joshua Collard to lap him. And the yellow flag is flown for the 2nd time here today. Dylan Young trying to get around Sanford to try to get his lap back. Meantime, Moore goes inside for 2nd position on Matthews. Not going to happen for either situation, as Young did not get his lap back. And Matthews keeps his 2nd position. And the caution looks like this time waits for Becca Tellier and a badly damaged side on the number 6 Valvoline Ford. And it was Tellier and Glenn Duhit that got together, come off turn number 4. Let's see what happens as they come off the 4th turn. Duhit got up and actually tapped the 9 of Ashlyn Boyd, and then sends him right into Tellier's car, and Tellier looked like just when Tellier looked like she was getting ready to drive back away, Duhit comes right back and slams her a 2nd time and stuffs her hard in the wall. And just when Tellier was about getting ready to drive back away, so scary situation for the number 6 car without question. And here comes Patrick Smith in the 11. Does he rear? I don't know if he rear ends Duhit or not. Yes, he does. He rear ends him and just gives him a bit of a tap on the back bumper. Take a look at this again, and you gotta feel. Sometimes situations like this, you gotta feel for the driver who gets squeezed in the wall twice, and that's what happened to Taylor. Yeah, I mean, she was getting ready. Yeah, she was. She was getting ready to drive back away, and then Duhit says, "I'm not done with you yet," and pulls a Braun Strowman on her, and just And by a Braun Strowman, I'd say, "I'm not finished with you yet." So, yeah. So that's what Taylor. That's what happened. That was happening to Becca Taylor and Glenn Duhit, and that brought out caution number 2 for today at North Wilkesboro. So lap cars, as we get set for green flag racing, lap cars are Dylan Young and Joshua Collard. Focusing on the points battle right there, where our points drivers were running in the back of the pack here. Levi McIntyre's actually moved up to 30th. He's another former North Wilkesboro winner at this very event. Joshua Carterman's 38th, 1 lap down, and Joshua Osborne's the last car on the lead lap in 36th. So Charles Sanford leads him back down for green flag racing. He'll be on lap number 29 as we're almost halfway home in the Holly Farms 400, back underway here at North Wilkesboro. In the meantime, Kyle Matthews trying to get up on the high side to get Dylan Young. Try to get to Charles Sanford, but Matthews way up the high side. Here comes Quentin Moore to the inside. He and Mike Becker almost lost it off the 4th turn. And Quentin Moore's going to take 2nd position away from Kyle Matthews. So Quentin Moore continuing his great run, but they're all chasing Charles right now, number 41, and a couple more cars coming down pit road. It's the number 77 of Chelsea Bowles as she comes down pit road. In the meantime, a scramble going on here as they try to split Becca Taylor up the middle. That's Shane Lake, Cole Deaver, Johnny Gardner, Audra Baranauskas is in this mix. Jack Lagacy is in this mix in 87. Dylan Poteet in 22. Oh my gosh, I do not like the looks of this one right there. They set these cars up very loose coming out that 4th turn, and that kind of makes you wonder what's going to happen when they come off the 4th turn, or off the 2nd turn. But in fact, turn 2's not exactly all sunshine and rainbows itself, but as they come off the 4th turn, they're still keeping the handle on these cars. Taylor's still trying to get out of the way, though. Jesse Turner's now in this mix, along with JT Bryant, Nick Baxter, and Paul Minnick. And now Collard up the track. Let's see what happens off the 4th turn, and Bryant gets the inside wall in number 12, and they crash. And Owen McIntyre, the points leader's crashed. Levi McIntyre, the points leader, has crashed in turn number 2. He and Al Lagacy got into each other coming off the 4th corner, or off the 2nd corner. And before that, we saw Nick Baxter and I think it was Jesse Turner that crashed in going through turns 1 and 2. So caution number 3 waves at North Wilkesboro. And basically it all started with the number 12 of JT Bryant, who goes inside. He actually comes back, hits the wall in the inside lane at the start-finish line. Now he's going to come back up the track, and then watch him go up into the 81. I think he's going to get into the 29 of actually, he does get into the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater, and it's caused Fitzwater to tap Baxter, and then Jesse Turner had nowhere to go but right into the 81 car. Jesse Turner tried to go up the outside, and try to avoid the wreckage, but to no avail. And now let's take a look what happened to the points leader, Levi McIntyre, and that may have just given as he comes down the inside here. And I thought he goes inside, and I thought he was through the wreckage actually for a minute. Then he comes back, bumps the 33 car of Al Lagacy. Then he comes up then just hooks the 33 in turn number 2 and crash. And heads up driving there by Joshua Osborne in 37 to try to avoid McIntyre. I don't know if that's going to knock McIntyre out of the race or not. And it does not knock McIntyre out of the race. So McIntyre escapes fate one more time. So but we're not done yet, though. We're down. We'll be down to 21 laps to go, and this race gets back underway. Charles Sanford still out in front. He's not yet. He has led all the way so far. Quentin Moore second. Kyle Matthews, Mike Becker, and Keith Batson the top 5 as we're back underway at North Wilkesboro. On board, Kyle Matthews' car. And we're back under caution for the 4th time today. And it looks like it's Jesse Turner in 19 again that has crashed. So the old saying of cautions breed cautions, that's it's a true statement here at North Wilkesboro. Yeah, so yeah, Turner's going to come down pit road at this point. Actually, the crash does not involve him. Yeah, I see. I heard tires screeching going through. And there's the cause. There's the reason of the caution. Jessica Shelton spun. Come off turn number 4. Shelton was running in 8th position when this all happened and come off turn number 4, and her and Collard got together, and then she goes right into Johnny Gardner. Oh, Baranowskis is involved. There's Gardner spins. Poteet's involved in 22. Oh, crap. Yes, several cars getting into it, and Shelton, who came in this race 3rd in the standings, trying to catch the top 2 of McIntyre and Osborne, and here. On board Jessica Shelton's car. Jess gets her car back going again, and got caught behind the 9 car of Ashlyn Boyd. And she's out of the race, so yep. So Jessica Shelton, 3rd place in the standings is now as got taken out of the race because of that crash, and and then Levi McIntyre's also out too at 99, so at least Jess gets to gain points on McIntyre, but not much. And the bad news for McIntyre, Joshua Osborne is running in 27th right now, so Osborne he came in this race 14 back of McIntyre, I think it's gonna take the points lead coming out of North Wilkesboro, so Osborne will be in pretty good shape as they go into Rockingham. But also got to consider in Keith Batson in this mix too, because Batson's right now running in 7th at the moment, and Batson's going to be in good shape to possibly to possibly gaining a ton of points on the front three. So it should be a whole new ball game as they go into Rockingham for the next race on the tour for the AC Delco 400. As the green flag back out on lap number 47. As we have now 14 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Oh, Jesse Turner's on the inside, coming off pit road. Watch it, Jesse. Whew. Escapes melee right there as the battle now going on for several positions there. Keith Batson and Shane Lake going at it. And Cole Deaver just shoves Turner up the track, says, move out of the way, move out of the way, I want to race. And so off the fourth turn they come here, and so far Charles Sanford pretty much using Dylan Young as an ally to try to keep the leaders from getting to him. Oh, and oh my gosh, I do not like the look of this one. 3 wide going off turn number 2. Here comes Jonathan Zorlin in 44. He's trying to move his way through the field. Gets by William Brock and tries to get by Becca Tellier in the 6. And Tellier in the 6 holding up the 4 of Brock as they come off the second turn. Zorlin right now running 13th. Fitzwater running 14th at the moment. And Jack Legacy in the 87 running in 15th position in the Burger King Chevy. Off turn number 4. Still keeping a handle on it as we're now 10 laps from the finish. Becca Tellier now moves, Kat Batson, excuse me, in the 88 car now moves her way up into the 10th position right now. As she's having a pretty good run here today. Kyle Matthews running in 3rd position. Alexander Rowe in the 1 car is not on the lead lap. He's in 29th position. But Mike Becker is on the lead lap, though, and he's trying to get up underneath Matthews for 3rd spot. As, whoa! Kev Shearer almost spun it come off the 4th turn. Becker's running in 4th position. 5th right now is Phil Parker. Then going 6th is Kev Shearer. 7th right now is Keith Batson. Cole Deaver in 8th. 9th right now is Shane Lake. And Kat Batson runs in 10th position as the field. As Michael Whitman, 24, comes off pit road. Something. Yep, he had a little hood buckle in his DuPont Chevy. And Jesse Turner still in and out of pit road in the number 19 car, so he is not going to be the least bit pleased with his run here today. But right now, all's well for Charles Sanford right now, number 41, as he's looking for his 3rd win of the season. As we said, he won the night race at Bristol, and of course, he also won the Daytona 500 this season. As they come off turn number 2, or turn number 4, excuse me, as he's now got 4 laps to go. So Charles Sanford's had a dominating day so far today at North Wilkesboro, but the Attaboy Award's got to go to the 75 car of Quentin Moore, who is, as we said, he's had some great top 5 and top 10 finishes his last few races, and he is now currently running 2nd place at the moment. So I mean, if he could get by Dylan. But probably the thing of it is he wished he could have gotten by Dylan Young and had a shot at possibly getting the win here today, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen for the moment as they come off turn number 4. As they got now 2 laps to go, Dylan Young and Dylan Poteet. The Dylan's battling it. That's 28th and 29th, I think. No, 28th and 34th, excuse me. Poteet is actually 2 laps down. I think he is. Yeah, anyway, white flag waves over Charles Sanford. He's got 1 lap to go. Poteet's actually 3 laps down, excuse me. So, as they come off into turn number 3, the number 41 Kodiak Chevrolet rounds turn number 4, and he will do it. 3rd win of the season for Charles Sanford. He wins the Tyson Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro. So Charles Sandberg gets his third victory of the season, and two of them have come on short tracks at Bristol and North Wilkesboro, adding onto the plate win at Daytona. But a big win today, 4 caution flags for today, which slowed the average to 80.509 miles per hour. But he will get the win here today nonetheless. Charles Sandberg wins. Second position to Quentin Moore. Third to Kyle Matthews. Fourth position will go to Mike Becker. Phil Parker fifth in car number 5. Kev Shearer's 6th. 7th position will go to Cole Deaver. 8th to Keith Batson. 9th Shane Lake. And 10th to Cat Batson. So the Batsons almost finished right together with each other, the 88 and 28 cars. So the final short track race of season 19 is completed, as we are now 33 in the books on the season. So yeah, 33 races are in the books for the Castrol GTX Cup season for season 19. As Charles Sandberg gets his third victory of the season, that's going to help him points wise. He and Kyle Matthews both first and third today. They were 6th and 7th in the points coming in. Sandberg in 6th and Matthews in 7th coming in this race in the points. And some good runs needed by some of the drivers. Quentin Moore 2nd and Mike Becker finishing in 4th position. Mike Becker usually a good short track racer in his own right too. So no surprise he would do well at North Wilkesboro. And same with Phil Parker. Parker finished 2nd in his race last season, and he gets another top 5 at North Wilkesboro. So a good run also for Phil Parker here today. 11th place will go to Jason Haywood. So the KAB cars had a pretty good day. 8th, 10th, and 11th, with the exception of the 6th of Becca Tellier, obviously. Jason Haywood, 11th. 12th, Jonathan Zorlin, a solid day for him in 12th. Zachary Fitzwater with a solid 13th. 14th to Jack Lagacy. 15th to Paul Minnick. Going 16th will be Ryan Acosta. 17th will be Audra Baranowskis. 18th will be Ashlyn Boyd. 19th will go to William Brock. And 20th will go to Jordan Lopez. 21st, JT Bryant. 22nd, Preston Plord. Started 41st and ends up finishing 22nd. A good move up for Dive Bomb City Plord himself. Of course, the wrecks didn't hurt him neither. So anyway, Ryan George 23rd in car 23. Nick Baxter 24th, 25th. Glenn Duhit 26th. Johnny Gardner. Joshua Osborne 27th in today's event. So I think that he ends up being the last car in the lead lap. Dylan Young, who pretty much helped Charles Sandberg get that win at Wilkesboro by staying behind him and holding off all the leaders for him. But Young does finish 28th, the first car lap down, with the unfortunate pit stop he had to make. While actually Young was to start in the top 10 in that race, and had to pit right before the green flag even fell. Unfortunately for him, and he ends up finishing the first car a lap down. He actually almost got his lap back on that one caution flag, but it wasn't to be. Sanford was just hard to pass all day long. Alexander Rowe, 29th. 30th will go to Chelsea Bowles. 31st, Becca Tellier. Joshua Collard, 32nd. 33rd, Patrick Smith. 34th, Dylan Poteet. 35th will go to Max Anderson. 36th, Michael Whitman, and Jesse Turner, the last and lead lap in 37th. So he made all the laps he possibly could. Just unfortunate circumstances happened for both Jesse Turner and for Michael Whitman as well. Unfortunate, though, for the last 4 finishers, though. Jessica Shelton, 38th. She did not need that run today, obviously. And, of course, on a track she usually runs well at. Levi McIntyre, ditto at 39th. So he will lose his points lead to Joshua Osborne coming out of North Wilkesboro and going into Rockingham for the AC Delco 400. Al Lagacy, 40th. And Kyle Langland was last with a gearbox problem on his Budweiser Chevrolet. But the win today, the Charles Sandberg, car number 41, the pride of the state of California, pulls it off here today. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports the Game channel, become a part of the team, like us on Facebook. And we got everything. We got in our races, gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for his channel. And please be sure to check out Seth's Texas Truck Series, Pizza Hut X Series, and the Hershey's Cup Series. Please be sure to check those races out. And some of the best off-road races you'll find is right here in the NNSCRA. And you will not regret checking those races out neither. So next race on the tour. So that's the story for North Wilkesboro. We'll see you at Rockingham. Next race on the tour, as we're down to 3 to go on the season for the Castrol GTX Cup Series. And for now, this is James Walsh. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best.